Hello and welcome back to Your Broken Galaxy. Today I'm asking the very special question. What if Lando had a disco club in Cloud City? So what happens is the Millennium Falcon arrives like usual, right? Leia gets off and Lando's like, "You're fine, girl." And Han is like, "Oh no you don't," and smirks and stuff. And then the three of them are walking down the hall and Lando's like, Oh, Han, I gotta show you this. This is the best thing in the galaxy." And he walks up to a nondescript door and it slides open, revealing the most stereotypical 1970s disco club you can possibly imagine. Han, Leia, and Chewie all walk in, look around in awe at the neon lights, the disco balls, and the crazy colors and clothes of a dozen different kinds of aliens dancing the night away. Han snaps his head to look over at Lando, who is already bobbing his head back and forth, looking at Han with a ridiculous look on his face. Han snaps his head up and to the left and starts tapping his foot with a beat. He extends a hand, pulls it across his body in a wide arc. The music starts to build with trumpets and saxophone as Han and Lando are making themselves look like fools next to the far more reserved Leia and Chewbacca. Chewie bellows out in an aggravated roar as the music comes to a head. Han walks over to him, and the lyrics come in, and Han sings, "Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground." Then Lando joins in singing, looking directly at Chewie. "I said, young man, 'cause you're new in the town," as he is like gesturing around the room and everything. Leia's rolling her eyes so hard she almost gives herself an aneurysm, right? Then Han and Lando both say, "There's no need to be unhappy." So then Lobot walks up and is like, "Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough." And at this point, R2-D2 is spinning around like a droid on fire, and C-3PO is jiving like a madman. Suddenly, the scene jumps back to Dagobah, and Luke is standing upside down on one hand, and Yoda's like standing on top of his outstretched foot up in the air, and Yoda sings to him, "Listening to me, are you, young man? What to be want do you, young man?" Then the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you've got to know this one thing." Right then, the scene shifts to Vader and the Emperor, and the Imperial Guards are dancing in the background, and Vader is like, "No man goes it all by himself. I said, old man, put your pride on the shelf." Then the scene shifts back to Cloud City, and Leia is getting into it now. She looks at Chewie and says, "Young man, I was once in your shoes." But of course, Chewie doesn't wear shoes, so he looks at his feet and rolls his eyes at her again. And the camera turns to a close-up on Han and Lando, and they start screaming, "It's fun to go to the Yurt Merncrest Arc. It's fun to go to the Yurt Merncrest Arc," because right, there isn't any YMCA in Star Wars. They don't use the alphabet. They have different letters. They have the Arikbesh. So as they're singing this, Lobot, Lando, Leia, and Han, they're contorting their bodies into these crazy shapes for the song, but they are getting down with it. So the song keeps going for another chorus line as it switches back and forth between the groups of stormtroopers and Boba Fett dancing, and Luke and Yoda and the ghost of Obi-Wan. Then finally goes back to Cloud City, and has Chewbacca holding a mic and singing in perfect English, voiced by Freddie Mercury. And he's all like, "It's fun to go to the YMCA." Because, who cares? It's whatever it is now. Forget the Arikbesh. So when Vader shows up, they just kind of dance the night away. They heal the galaxy through the gift of music. And they all live happily ever after. So that, my wonderful, wonderful viewers, is what would happen if Lando had a disco club on Cloud City. I tell you, music is magic, man. Thank you for watching my video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and all that garbage.